Welcome you all. Today we will learn about how to determine the moment of inertia of a circular disc using a torsional pendulum. The operators required: a torsional pendulum, your digital clock, cylindrical mass. Here I am using set of magnets of weight 60 grams and a meter scale to measure the distance between center of the wire to center of the mass. To begin with, moment of inertia of a circular disc is given by formula I is equal to 2m d2 square minus d1 square into a t0 square all divided by t2 square minus t1 square, where m is the mass of the identical cylinder, that is equal to 60 grams. Then d1, the smallest distance between the center of the wire and the center of your cylindrical mass. d2 is the largest distance or a maximum distance between center of a wire to a center of a cylindrical mass, where t0 is the time period required for a rotation of a circular disc, one complete rotation of a circular disc without any masses. T2 is the time period required for a circular disc to complete a one rotation with mass at a larger distance d2. Okay, T2 is nothing but time period, that is time taken for one rotation when the mass, cylindrical mass, is kept at larger distance or a higher distance. And T1 is the time period or a time taken by a circular disc to complete one rotation when we keep these masses or cylindrical mass at a smaller distance. Okay, so this is the tabular column. We have to repeat this for 2 trials. Take a mean of that and divide the mean by number of rotations. Okay, here if I choose, I will select 10 rotations, then the mean of the total time taken for 10 rotations will be divided by the 10 seconds to get a time period. The first we will try without any masses, what should be the time period. Then we will try to find what is the time period with the masses, cylindrical masses at a distance d1, that is 3 centimeter. Then we will see what is the time period for a one complete rotation or a one rotation of a circular disc with a mass at a distance d2. Okay, so let us begin the experiment without any masses. Okay, take out all the masses and give a rotation and make sure that you start when you can count, right? I will give 180 degree rotations and I will start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So now you have to alt it and note down what is the time taken for 10 rotations. Okay, 10 oscillations. So we will repeat the experiment with the second trial. What I do is I will rotate for 180 degree, reset the value of your clock, digital clock, and I will give rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you halt it and note down what is the time taken for 10 rotations. Okay, so in our case we took 30.6 seconds in order to complete 10 oscillations or 10 rotations. Take a mean of it and divide that by 10 so that I will get what is the time period. Okay, so now let us repeat the experiment with mass at a distance, a cylindrical mass at a distance d1, nothing but 3 centimeters, and try to see how much time it will take to complete 10 oscillations. So rotate the disc by 180 degree, reset the clock and start. 1, 2, 3 rotations over, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so note down that the time taken for 10 oscillation is 31.5 seconds. So let's repeat the experiment. Rotate it, reset the value, rotate your disc by 180 degree and leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 seconds. So the time taken for 10 rotation is around 33.1 seconds. So take a mean of that and divide by 10. I will get a time period for one oscillation with a mass at a distance d1, that is at a distance of 3 centimeter from center of a wire. Okay, now repeat the experiment with a masses at the larger distance d2, that is 5 centimeters. Okay, so you can measure the distance by using your meter scale, and you can see that the distance between the center of a wire and center of a mass is 5 centimeters. Okay, so let's repeat the experiment. I have to reset the clock, give 180 degree rotations and turn on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So time taken for 10 oscillations will be around 35 seconds. Okay, so let us take the second trial. Rotate the disc by 180 degree, reset the clock value and start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and That's the 10. Okay, so time taken for 10 oscillations with masses at a distance d2, nothing but at the distance of 5 centimeter from the center of the wire to the center of the cylindrical mass. The time period what we will get is 3.4 around. Okay, so substitute the values of time period of t0, t1 and t2 in our moment of inertia formula. We know what is the mass. Mass is 60 grams, and we know what is the distance d2 5 centimeter, d1 3 centimeter, t0 that is around 3.2 or 3.1 seconds, and t1 time period for one single oscillation with the masses at distance d1 is 3.3 seconds, and t2 the time period with masses at a distance at d2 that is 5 centimeter is around 3.4 seconds. Substitute all the values in SI units and find out what is the answer. Generally answer will come in the range of 2 to 4 into 10 power minus 3 kg meter square. Okay, so that will be the moment of inertia. So it's an easy experiment. It's all about the torsion that we create in a wire and how it should be the moment of inertia of a disc. Okay, so with this we come to end. Thank you.